No one's going to be there. No one. Really. Then when people show up, it's just us there to rip you. Great. I own you guys. The greatest superpower in the world is the power to command attention. And I own yours. You can't stay away. But to my supporters and people who love the show, thank you. It's an honor. I say with humility, it's really an honor to call you all friends. But watching the other clowns, keep it up. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same time, by the way, 10 a.m.
You ever get the feeling that everything in America is completely fucked up? You know that feeling that the whole country is like 1 inch away from saying, that's it, forget it. Let's see.
Thanks, Mr. Merriman. Now look, here's a house full of bees. You think the honey badger cares? It doesn't give a shit.
Listen, let's get one thing straight.
Price is right.
Guns don't kill people. I do.
I hate that sound of my house is coming down. I gotta go from this town, 'cause my house is coming down. Can't stay around 'cause the house is coming down. Cockroach in the kitchen, mushrooms on the wall, a bed below the roof, and mice in the hole. Rats running round, a hole in the floor. The roof is leaking, I don't even have a door. No running water, no light and no gas. I keep on wondering how we got in such a mess. The toilet doesn't flush, it always has a smell. Everything is bad, this place is living hell. I hate that sound.
Wow.
What'd you think?
That sounded like Glenn Danzig, although suffering from severe tinnitus, so has lost his ability to sing in key, playing with like a teenage indie rock band coming off a mescaline bender with lyrics written by the least intelligent guy I know in the trades. That was terrible.
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean,
what's this new direction?
I know. In his defense, it wasn't as bad as that country song that we played a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, the bar set pretty low.
Nothing's that bad. So this is what I discovered.
Go on.
The worse the music is that you play, the higher our viewership goes on YouTube.
Is that what the numbers are saying?
That is correct.
That and when we talk about the NFL.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No, actually, what it is we get a copyright flag on every single episode we do, even though technically we are allowed to play the music that we play because we do a very witty documentary on every song. So
brief yet witty.
Yes. What I do is I get the copyright strike, and then I go and I argue that we're allowed to use it. And then a week later, they remove the copyright strike on it. But by then, the episode's a week old.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't bounce up in anyone's algorithm.
Right.
Well, that song that we trashed 2 weeks ago had no copyright strikes on it. Even though I'm pretty sure the person that made it paid BMI and ASCAP to do that sort of thing. They just said, fuck off.
Such a sordid business.
You're a nobody, fuck off. And so because of the lack of copyright strike, my theory is that YouTube put our video, which wasn't even a video, it was just a blank screen, basically, that said the name of the video.
Yeah.
They put it higher up on the algorithms, and we got like 10 times the views that we normally get. So, going forward, we will only be playing shitty music that no one's ever heard of. Because
great idea.
If you're a musician out there and you have a song that you'd like us to use in the intro, please send it our way. Because at this point, any good music,
you're going to listen to that one episode where he's like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah. We'll be fair.
I'm happy with Bandcamp.
We'll be balanced. So if you're listening and you'd like to hear better music, feel free to chip in so that we can purchase a license.
It's funny because of playing music my whole life, how many musicians I know, but none of them want to be affiliated with this podcast. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Can't imagine why.
Dude, that's that was not good.
I know.
Did we get to talk about who that was?
Yeah, that was the name of the artist was It Won't. Totally Wrong.
This sounds like kind of a snobbish thing to do, but I remember. So you do tours, you do A markets. It's a package tour.
Yeah.
So it's like 3-4 bands, and they do the whole U.S.
Yeah.
All the A markets are New York, Chicago, Philly, L.A., all that stuff. And then you get home for a week, and then you go out and do the B markets. And maybe now you are headlining, and so slightly smaller bands, right? So you're doing all these. And then every once in a while, usually the cycle goes A market, B market, UK, Europe, C market, and then usually back to the UK, something like that.
Okay.
And C market's like places you've never ever heard of.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the middle of like South Dakota, like not what's the capital? Bismarck. Not Bismarck, South Dakota, but you know, one of the other towns there. And the C market shows can actually be kind of awesome. Because it's funny because you go to the A markets and it's totally packed, right? So you're playing to sold out show in LA or whatever. I was like, but they're so used to seeing shows, you get a lot of like hipsters doing the kind of a standard, kind of impress me, bro, type of deal.
Yeah.
And you go to the C markets.
Shoegazing, is that what it's called?
No, shoegazing kind of music. Yeah. That's what emo, the original
emo band is.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Mixing up my genres here.
Sometimes C market, you're getting into the giving a starving man a cracker kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're so like grateful that a band has been, is finally coming through.
Yeah. I can see that.
But a lot of times in the C markets, you end up playing with, they'll throw like a local band on the bill. Now, every once in a while, you get this awesome surprise, like middle of nowhere, I remember like being like in the outskirts of like Vermont or something like that. And this like just local band, they didn't tour, they didn't, and they were so good. I was like, holy crap, they're like kids, what I mean? But most of the time, not so much. And it's usually like kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go like, well, was your band good at their age? Like, no. Like, is your band good now? Like, maybe.
Right.
And
you got to start somewhere.
Yes. And but every once in a while, it's not kids, it's adults, like dudes in their 30s, and they might even be like decent, but they're playing like pop punk, like Fat Record style pop punk, but it's 2010.
Yeah, and they're a little too old for that.
Yes,
they're like that Carpenter that I was bagging on.
Yes.
You should be somewhere else in your life by now.
Yeah, and I remember like we were playing with one of those bands. I'm sitting there, and this is like one of the reasons why I just couldn't tour anymore. I was like, oh my God, I'm just so sick of hearing this music. And we were leaning over to our singer, and I said, they're actually pretty decent. It's just, why? And he goes, you just described that genre perfectly in this year. It's like, why? Why are you guys doing this? Like, it should be more.
That is very snobbish.
Yes, it is.
Actually, I feel bad about mentioning the name of that band, but I don't know. That was so bad. I almost feel like he was doing it on purpose.
Like kind of a Wesley Willis type of thing, like some kind of performance art.
So we've been talking, not on the podcast lately, but in the real world, about how there's a group of people who we used to be friends with. Mm-hmm. That since we started the podcast, we're no longer friends with them. Like it was an abrupt.
This is what I've heard.
Sort of abrupt change.
Yeah.
Right. And for you and me, it's kind of like whoa, like why?
Yeah.
What's the problem? It's hard for us to really see it. And I think for those people, it seems very clear. Although if you really ask them what we talk about on the podcast, guarantee
They claim I've never heard it.
they wouldn't know because they don't listen, right? But if you asked us what their thoughts are on any subject, I'll bet you we could guess with a 90% accuracy where they stood on those topics. And so I thought this was kind of unique to us because of the podcast. But then I came across this chick just randomly on YouTube, Jenny Holland. Listen to her description of where she is in her life now. She's Gen X like us, and I think grew up or came of age in New York City. Wait for it.
If you, like me, are Gen X and grew up in a liberal world and used to think of yourself as a liberal, but now feel like the liberal left has lost its mind, you might want to listen to this and see if it resonates with you. I'm Jenny Holland. I write Saving Culture from Itself over on Substack. You can read my essays there at jennyeholland.substack.com. And of course, like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. From the ages of about 22 to about 30, my social circle was quite large. It was made up of family, childhood friends, high school friends, university friends, friends from summer jobs, friends from work, friends from the bars I was a regular at, friends of my parents. It was people from all over the world. And of that wide and diverse circle, today, I can be open and comfortable expressing my politics and worldview with about 4 people. That's it. That's what it means to be in exile from your own tribe. On social media, there are a lot of people who have had this experience. It's comforting to read their posts and listen to their conversations in which they express.
Doesn't that describe you to a T? I was listening to that. I'm like, wow. Like, yeah, it went from about 40 friends to about 4.
Yeah.
Overnight, it seemed like.
Yeah, or the day that we released our first podcast.
That disorientation you feel knowing that if someone you have everything else in common with knew your actual opinions about politics, they would physically recoil and maybe even accuse you of something crazy, like being a Nazi supporter. Because, I mean, we're just not. It's like we can see them, but they can't see us. We can see them.
That was pretty perfect right there.
Right?
Yeah.
We can see them, but they can't see us.
Yeah, that was well put.
I had a dream the other night after we had been talking about this about people like totally freaking out about my opinions on things, like close people who used to be close friends.
Yeah.
And it just struck me like the people who disagree with me, when you actually hear what they disagree with, it comes down to something that's not true. Something I never said.
Right.
Something I don't actually
it's a caricature.
believe.
Or a stereotype.
Yeah. Like, oh, you probably voted for Trump. You're like, well, I did, but if you actually listen to my podcast, I trash him more than the people on the left.
Yeah.
And I trash him for pretty good reasons.
We're more HuffPo than Fox News the last couple of months.
And I don't trash him for being a racist or a misogynist or, having bad hair, or all the things, orange skin, the things that people on the left the only things they can think of is identity. Yeah. Right. Or his identity politics. Like I trash him.
Or just some kind of
good reasons.
Emotionally based platitude. I was like, no, we're looking at what he's actually doing. And I don't think it's good. So fuck that guy.
Yeah.
It's like, why can I make this argument better than you?
Right.
Like I find that interesting.
And the same thing with the ICE stuff. It's like, oh, do you support ICE? And you're like, well, I mean, it's nuanced, right? I do support the deportation of illegal immigrants, especially the violent ones who came across the border. Do I support any means necessary to do that, including harming American citizens? No. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, you're a Trump supporter, or you have to be against ICE. It's like, and then today,
Good talk.
I was having a meeting with this dude who is a Republican, and he was just like so stoked on kidnapping Maduro and all the ICE raids and everything.
I had one of those this week.
Just no like thought at all about the negative consequences.
Right.
It's just pure good. Like, thank God. And the reason it's pure good is because it's driving people on the left crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, good enough. If it drives them crazy, if my enemy is suffering, then I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Fuck it. Kill Americans.
You know what's kind of interesting is that, because my wife asked me a while back, she goes, how would you describe your politics? I was like, I don't really have any, to be honest. I just give me a subject. I'll tell you where I land on it. But I'm not on a team. I don't feel any affiliation to, be inclined to think a certain way. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of interesting. I was like, I know I'm not on the left. And they're like, well, you're on the right. I was like, no, because I don't subscribe to this binary fucking model that you've made up in your head that you have to be on this team or this team and there's nowhere else to go.
Right.
Like, that's just how children think. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? That makes sense if I'm watching the Super Bowl, for example.
Well, not really, because you don't have a team in the Super Bowl either.
Yes.
It's like you're watching hockey and you're like, oh, who do you support? You're like, I just
like watching hockey.
The game. I love the movie Goon. And so I watch hockey hoping it turns out like that movie.
That's how I started watching hockey. I saw Goon. I was like, this is one of the greatest movies ever made.
I finally got Junior to watch it with me because it's an adult movie, but it's not like, there's only one like sex scene where I know I have to like cover his eyes or fast forward through, but the rest of it is just violence.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of okay with him experiencing. I mean, the kid trains in boxing and jiu-jitsu. Like, he's used to violence. He sees it. He was the opening act or opening event in a MMA fight night up at the casino. Like, he's been around it. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Gertrude, not so much. She does not want him, but when cat's away, the mice will play. And I finally got him into it, and he was loving it.
I remember watching a buddy of mine. I love him, but he's kind of more of a like intellectual dude. And then we were all in a band together, and one of the guys in the band and I like we loved all the same movies. He goes, oh, like Goon. I was like, I've never seen Goon. He goes, dude, you got to watch Goon. It's so good. I'm like, really? So I watched it, and I was like, this is a great movie. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I watched it twice, like in one night. It was so good. Movie. And I went back and I was telling my other buddy, I was like, dude, Goon's hilarious. It's so good. He goes, oh, dude, it's terrible. And I was like, really? Huh. He goes, it's so dumb. I was like, that's what I think they're going for. I don't think they're trying to do like a period piece or.
So that's the kind of person that would say Dumb and Dumber was not a good movie
because it was dumb,
or Happy Gilmore, or they just don't like dumb movies. I'm guessing.
I guess I don't know.
It's a good test because if they do like those movies, then it's not just the fact that Goon is dumb. Mm-hmm. I think most people's problem with it is that it glorifies violence.
Yeah.
In a really like raw person to person way. It's not glorified violence like Saving Private Ryan.
It's not that violent. It's just hockey fights.
No, but there's a lot of like fist meeting face.
Oh, it's kind of like it's graphic.
It's graphic and blood, and it's like it's personal. Teeth. Yeah. Like shooting a bunch of Nazis, like that's glorified violence, but everyone loves that.
Right.
But seeing someone just getting their face pounded in, it's a turn off, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know. That stuff doesn't bother me. But but I also love horror movies. So you go back to
like violence. I really do. I will admit that.
So do I, actually. And
going back to the choose love thing, to just beat this dead horse. God, I wish the soundboard was closer. Do you think so? We got that reaction from that video I did on the NFL Choose Love, and people were saying like, "What's wrong with choosing love? There's a lot of people in this world that should choose love."
Dude, okay. So when you read me those comments, because you told me you're like, you should see these comments, like they're coming after us, but I'm like, you're like, I'm not going to read them until we get to the podcast. So I was fresh listening to it. I had in my mind, I was like, well, it's YouTube. Like that's what they do. They just, it's a bunch of it's like people that go to message boards to trash bands, you know, and stuff like that. It's like, well, how's your band coming along? Pretty good, you know? So I have a pretty thick skin for this kind of shit. And it's like, I actually think it's hilarious. I mean, and it's hilarious. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit flattered. I was just like, someone took time out of their day.
Right.
They obviously watched it, you know, and then I mean, I don't leave comments ever on anything, but even if I did, I could see the best live video of my favorite band ever. And I'm still gonna be like, well, I'm not going to leave. That's just a bridge too far. I'm not going to burn those calories. So when someone does it for something that it's making them, we only do things as human beings because we get some kind of satisfaction out of it. Like
whether that's perverse or not. Yeah.
Yes. And you're only going to burn calories to do things because you're getting something out of it, unless you're just completely deranged.
Yeah.
And so when I see that, and like I said, I mean, we're going back 20 years ago, I see people, you know, our band would be on some news site and just like this like long paragraph of just like tearing us, you know, fuck these guys and they're the fucking, you know what I mean? It just made me think that guy put a lot of time into that and he's thinking about me, which is almost kind of flattering at the end of the day.
So you're taking more of a Dan Bongino approach to that.
Explain.
I own you.
Dude, that guy, someone needs to take his guns away because he is not okay.
He's just bragging about all the people that were hate watching.
The most pro 2A guy you'll hear, but like sometimes like you need to make an exception.
He was just going off on how satisfied he was that the reason people tuned into his podcast was
to hate listen. Yeah.
Saying he owns those people.
There is something. So if we go Dan Bongino or our most viewed video on YouTube and the most comments ever left, and I think this ties back to the political discussion we were having. Like, there is like a real like sickness going on, and like people are like not okay.
Oh yeah,
and I think about it all the time. Like people are really disturbed.
Yeah.
It's like having discussions with people and they immediately want to make everything political. I'm like, it's so weird. That's something like 10, 15 years ago, like never would have happened.
Which is why people left comments saying maybe some people should choose love.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
fair enough. But that's not why I'm tuning in.
Before you told me about the comments, I thought that the first thing I was like, oh, it's probably a bunch of NFL diehards that are like, fuck you guys, you don't know shit about, you know, just tearing, you know, you're like geeks for the NFL. Instead, it was like hippies. It's so weird. I'm like, it's weird that you're watching us and that something about the NFL like has fucking ruffled your feathers. I'm like, who is this guy? Totally. It's like, I can usually look at something and stereotype in my head. I'm like, oh, it's probably, I'm like, I have no profile for whoever let that comment.
It would be, I would love to know. If you're listening, please.
The guy that called us doughboys, okay, NFL diehard. I can probably guess, you know, who that guy is, what he looks like probably.
Like, wouldn't it, crap. Wouldn't it be, never mind. I don't want to keep beating the horse. The choose love horse. It's like, we're here for violence. And you need that, I think, in your life, and you need it in a safe, constructive way, like watching two men beat the crap out of each other standing on ice skates.
Goon, great movie. Highly recommend. They made a sequel.
Did they?
Yes.
Any good?
I never saw it. I heard it was not as good.
We might need to take a quick break here. loves what we're doing. He's gonna hook us up.
Ya semuanya bisa teriaknya buat kasih sayang kepada orang.
Okay, perfect. Call you in a little bit. Thank you.
And we're back.
Sorry for the interruption. Are we back?
Are we back? I think we're back. Let us know if it gets yes. I'm realizing that
If you're listening live, by the way, it's a miracle. We're not live streaming.
there's as you get older, I notice that what you do is you slowly kind of accumulate these things for how to better like navigate life more efficiently. And it slowly kind of is like rules for life. Like if Jordan Peterson was a redneck, this would be the book that I'm like writing in my head.
Okay.
One of the things that I realize is that not every conversation starter needs to be literal. So when people say, knowing in your head, going like, you don't need to have this conversation, just go out of it. You know what I mean? And so it was the smallest thing. I mean, I've been doing this for years, but it was the smallest, like most trivial thing that made me realize like I was employing that technique in my life.
Okay.
And because I was working this guy's house, a client of mine and a good friend, kind of a whack job. And he goes, he's playing like some kind of like new age music. I don't know how I'd explain it. Like
You're playing the didgeridoo?
yeah, just like Enya, but without vocals, kind of. It's just like, and he goes, "Hey, you can play whatever you want and all this, on his Bluetooth speaker while I'm working there." I was like, "Nah, I'm good. Just put on whatever you want." He goes, next day, he's like, "Hey, why don't you put on some of your music?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's fine."
I really shouldn't.
Yeah. And then he's like, "What kind of music you like?" And this is when I start to go like, "We don't even have this conversation." And I go, just pretty much everything, which I do kind of. And so now he's like kind of intrigued, like he thinks I'm avoiding something. So he talks to a mutual friend. He goes, "Hey, I talked to your friend. He said you're into some pretty extreme stuff." I'm like,
use the word extreme?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like what? Like some kind of extreme, like death metal or something. I'm like, yeah, I like stuff like that. He goes, like, what kind of bands? That's when you go, like, what am I going to say? Like, well,
Pig Destroyer, right?
The first Phobia 7-inch. No, you never heard that. It's like, there's no point in answering this, like, because you're just going to look at me as if I'd answered, like, speaking in Mandarin. Like, right. So I just go, like, we don't need to have this guy in my brain. I'm like, yeah, I guess you could say that. He goes, so what, like White Snake?
No way.
That's when I went like, I just go, because now I've already said in my brain, like, I was like, yeah, White Snake's all right.
Oh, man. So is that like the impulse to just have conversation that guy needed a way?
I think he's trying to kind of like figure me out. And I think he still is to this day.
Because I've done that before. Like, I remember one time I was hanging out with these kids. I was a kid too. And they were friends of a friend. It was probably in like Baltimore. And my friend took me to this party. And then my friend like disappeared. So I was just standing there with these people. And I was like, So you all went to school together? And this kid goes, good, Kelly, good. That's a good in. Excellent. I was like, fuck.
Like as it's coming out of your mouth, like, oh God.
Why didn't I say something cooler? But you just need like, I don't know, that social, you have to connect with people so that they don't like hit you in the back of the head with a rock, right?
My buddy made a joke about this was years ago. There was a girl working in a coffee shop and I had a crush on her. And so I was like, I'm going to go in and I was like, telling her, I was like, I'm just going to go in and give her my phone number saying like, hey, no pressure. If you want to call, I'll be out front waiting for you.
If not tonight, tomorrow night or the next night, or probably all week.
You need to take out your trash. It's totally full, by the way. And he goes, it'll be funny. Just get off on the wrong foot right off the bat, just as a joke, and like just go and just hang out while she's like working and like trying to make small talk with her the whole time, like, and say all the stupidest shit ever. Like, so, you work with that guy? She goes, like, you gotta go.
Dig yourself like a deep hole and then try to.
Anyway, here's my number. She's just like out.
Just stand there grinning at her. You want to go out?
Did you know? Okay, so when people talk about like how much they hate guns,
yes,
which I'm starting to, I was thinking about this more, is like everything is political, which I think
correct.
Everything being political, I've talked about this before, but I think it's one of the most sad, unproductive, destructive things ever. Like even if you tell people that you drink milk, they go like, right, yeah, okay, makes sense. You know what I mean?
Almond milk. Oh, okay, thank God. Yeah.
Yeah. And I go like, I understand, I'm into guns, you're into guns.
Yes.
We're into guns.
Love guns.
And big believer in the Second Amendment. And I'm like, but I understand, the kind of emotionally based reason why people hate guns. Because I got into guns through hunting. Like I started hunting and then I want to get better at shooting. And next thing you know, you're on an FBI watch list. Yep. And the people that don't like it, it's like they see some horrific thing that happens in the news and they go like, I hate guns. And I was like, I get it. I'm like, I just try to stay away from emotional based thinking and try to be pragmatic and try to think about like why the Second Amendment was written, which thankfully Tim Pool broke down for us.
Yes. Yes, higher than 7th grade level.
Yes. And now I'm starting to realize, I'm like, dude, it's just like everything else. It's if you like guns or hunting, it means this about you and this binary tribal thinking. I'm like, it's case closed. That's all we need to talk about. Like, that's why, because when they talk about banning guns, like what's the first gun that people start talking about?
AR-15.
The AR-15. You don't need this. Why? Because it's just people use it to kill people.
The only thing it's made for is killing people, and killing people is wrong.
Did you know, in 2020 alone, people inserting foreign objects into their anus killed more people than all AR-15 deaths in 15 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
1 year beat 15 years of AR-15 deaths.
People putting stuff up their anus.
Dude, what do you have to put up your anus that would actually kill you?
I'm still looking into it. Maybe not. I meant you tricked me again.
Let me see that browsing history,
I'm
bro.
still looking into it at night while my wife's at work just for research for the podcast.
God damn. Wow, that's we got to make sure Kyle has that stat for the Liberty Tree debate that's coming up. The Second
I'm just
Amendment
going to
debate.
jump up and, hey, sorry, just want to throw.
There will be questions from the audience. You save that for your question. Excellent. I can't wait.
My mom tells a story. She was an ER nurse.
Yeah.
And so this is Humboldt County. So we're 5 hours north of San Francisco. And a guy came in and he had a full-size spaghetti squash stuck up his anus.
Wow.
And he drove all the way from San Francisco with it in there because he was embarrassed he just started driving north and panicked. And then eventually he goes like, I gotta go to the hospital.
Because I'm sitting on the spaghetti squash the entire drive. Yes. Cannot be comfortable.
It's the opposite, the spiritual inverse of like heated seats and lumbar support.
Especially on California roads. Am I right?
That's where I'm getting. You know, we pay all this money for the roads. Like what some guy's got spaghetti squash stuffed up his ass and hitting all these fucking potholes. Meanwhile, paying taxes at the same time. Like,
yeah, it'd be one thing if you lived in Tennessee. Very smooth roads there. You could make that drive.
What we're getting at, if you're going to do that. So, of course, they go like, so what happened?
Did he ever tell the truth?
This guy did.
Okay.
He
slipped in the kitchen. He was mopping and the floor was slippery.
You're close. I was putting away the groceries. I got hot. I took off my clothes and I slipped and fell on it. That was a story.
And you lubed up the spaghetti squash for what reason? That's just how I store my vegetables.
So they don't go bad.
Right. Wow. I don't know where to turn from here. There were more people killed in 1 year.
2020. 287 people.
287?
Died from putting foreign objects up their anus.
Well, the obvious solution is to make that illegal.
From my cold, dead hands.
Unless you get a permit.
Where's their Charlton Heston?
Right. If he's out there, your mom has probably treated him. Did you see that there are gray wolves in
San Francisco?
Truckee?
No.
Right now? Uh-uh. Yeah. Apparently, they reintroduced gray wolves to California.
Yeah, didn't this start in Colorado? There's been a couple different programs to reintroduce gray wolves, I think.
Did they come from Colorado?
No idea.
So I thought they just brought them to California direct, but...
We know that there are several dozen gray wolves in California, at least now. 14 of them have been tagged with GPS collars, and over the weekend, for the first time, one of those collars pinged in Truckee. The Truckee Police Department alerted the public on social media over the weekend about the presence of a gray wolf in town between Saturday night and Sunday morning. The post included screen grabs from the Department of Fish and Wildlife's gray wolf tracking map. The orange areas indicate the general vicinities the wolf visited, northeast of town, including the Tahoe Donner area, and a portion of central Truckee just west of Highway 267. A department spokesman tells Fox 40 the wolf was several miles away from Truckee by Sunday afternoon and even farther away Monday morning. Fox 40 has reported extensively on the controversy over the wolves' legal protection as an endangered species and the limits those laws impose on ranchers wishing to protect their livestock from wolves. Both the Truckee Police Department and a Fish and Wildlife spokesman declined on-camera interviews for this story, but we spoke with some Truckee residents.
The wolves are cool, but I also totally relate with the ranchers.
David Ritchie understands both sides.
We love the wild wolves, but coming down, it's a kind of conflicted thing going on right now.
Yeah.
And, it started in Lassen, but now they're down in Sierra County, and they're coming down.
We met Greg Cameron out walking his golden retriever. We asked if the presence of a wolf concerns him as a dog owner.
I'm more concerned about the coyotes. We have lots of coyotes. And
I love non-answers.
Dude, how fucking terrifying that there are wolves.
Yeah.
That close.
This is a battle that was going on in Colorado because they reintroduced the gray wolf into Colorado, and then the population exploded and they started wiping out. There's tons of ranch land there. They're wiping out livestock there.
Yeah, they're just sitting ducks.
So farmers are basically shooting the wolves, and then they're having like a legal battle. Like, this is a protected species. And it's all the people that wanted to reintroduce the gray wolf and basically help the population explode are all people that live in cities that have no actually connection to where the wolves are.
Every single environmental policy you can boil down to one thing. Is it anti-human behavior, then it's good for the environment.
Yeah.
That's always what it comes down to. Yeah. They want the wolves there because there used to be wolves, just like, there used to be grizzly bears in California. I guarantee you, if someone wanted to reintroduce grizzly bears to California, that people in cities would be all about it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it used to be. We have to put everything back exactly like it used to be. The reason this guy is more concerned about coyotes than wolves is because there aren't very many wolves there yet. Wait until there's wolves all over the place. This guy's going to be never walking his dog. He's going to be terrified of wolves. I'm more concerned about coyotes. Yeah, because you've never seen. Well, do you know the difference between a wolf and a coyote?
Probably not.
No, he doesn't look
just a stereotype.
Avid outdoorsman. I saw a coyote.
You worried about the wolves coming in your neighborhood? Oh God, what I'm worried about is the bombing in Gaza. You're like, okay, you want to talk about that for a while?
I could have shot a coyote when we were out hunting.
Yeah,
I had it in my sights. It was looking at me, and I was like, I'm not going to eat it. I hear it's terrible. Can't do it.
Yeah.
And everyone else was like, you didn't fucking kill the coyote?
Yeah, if you ever...
Oh, you're supposed to kill the coyote?
Okay, so this is the difference between people that are immersed in this world. They'd say, like... Because you and I basically... We're kind of in the middle. Because I have my friends that are like, you just fucking kill everything.
Right? Was it moving? You didn't kill it?
It was just some guy walking, dude. I and you basically like, I don't want to shoot anything I'm not going to eat. Like, I'm hunting to eat. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, people say, like, we get food from the store. Okay, that's not what we're talking about right now. But I hunt on a ton of private land. And every time I hunt on private land, the landowner always says, like, hey, if you see a coyote, shoot it. Like, because it takes out the livestock and everything. So as a grace for, them giving me permission to hunt on their land, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's part of the deal. I would rather not shoot something, if I'm not going to eat it, but someone asked me to do it. I mean, coyotes are a nuisance.
They are. They're not my nuisance.
Yeah.
Though. So I didn't have a visceral reaction to it.
I was hunting with a bow once, west of here, and north or south. And I was like, way out there, like there's nothing, around there, whatever. I looked down. I was like, dude, what the hell is a German Shepherd doing up here? It was the biggest coyote I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This thing was gigantic. It ran right by me. I was like, holy, I'm like, dude, that was a coyote. Like, holy hell.
And wolves are like twice that size.
Yes.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
They're monsters that we've, for really good reason, gotten rid of. Like, if there were wolves everywhere here, you couldn't go for a walk.
Yeah.
Definitely not with your kids.
No.
I get scared sometimes with Junior. Not as much anymore. When he was little, like being out in the wilderness.
Oh, like
with him,
like ravens.
Yeah, like you see those videos of the eagles, which are probably all AI. No, eagles just snatching kids up.
Dude, you caught me on it. I fell for my first AI video. I was kind of ashamed.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was something totally benign and just entertaining. It was a time-lapse construction project. And I sent it to you. I was like, dude, this is insane. Look at this. You're like, basically, that's AI. And I watched it one more time. I'm like, damn it.
I know.
I was like, I didn't think it was that good yet.
You just haven't gotten used to it.
Yeah.
Yet, but you're like right on the cusp. It's kind of like the time that I almost fell for the Nigerian prince wanted to buy my truck. Because this was right at the cutting edge of that scam,
Yes.
right? And I remember...
They're the early adopters.
Yes. I remember telling my friends, like Sean in San Francisco, dude, this guy wants to buy my truck. He's going to give me more than I'm asking for. He's like, dude, you got to do it. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And I went down the rabbit hole with him. He's like, well, I got to give you a cashier's check and then I can't meet you there in person. And it just kept going. By the grace of God, I just didn't follow through. I didn't realize it was a scam.
Yeah.
I just got lucky and didn't end up being able to meet him or something. And then days later, it started it was a fucking scam.
I got the PG&E scam this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Where they say that PG&E charged you too much. and they need your account information so they can give you the money, that's due to you.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That's fucking old hat. At this
yeah, I
point.
know. I just laughed. I was like, dude, come on.
Do you think that AI is it? I feel like AI has ruined Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
The only ones that I'll watch anymore are like stand-up comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think AI will ruin?
Wait, AI stand-up comedian?
Those are the only reels I'll watch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Stand-up comedians. Yeah. No, because I don't think this thought did cross my mind. I don't think AI will ever be able to make a good stand-up comedy act. As I'm saying the words, I'm doubting myself. But I just for now, right now, there's no. Yeah. I don't think AI could convince me that they couldn't write a good joke and do like an AI stand-up version of this. That didn't come out very clearly. But what I'm saying is that
I agree with that.
Don't think AI can do comedy as well as humans can right now.
No. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but someday maybe they will, and this is actually a conversation that we will pick up on Sunday. But do you think AI will ruin Instagram Reels, or do you think people will just go, fuck it? Like, I don't care that it's AI.
I don't know.
I just want to see the Reels.
My faith in people is probably relatively low compared to most people, so I think the second one. What's terrifying to me,
this has ruined it for me. Like, I can't watch there's no such thing as an amazing video anymore on Instagram.
Yeah. You know what? We're kind of on like a slow build to get here, because me coming from playing music is that they develop all this technology, like they get Bro Tools, right? And so you put your band into Bro Tools, and then they can put the drummer through Beat Detective, and it lines everything up on the grid, and then they replace the snare sound with a sample, and you're like, at what point is that guy not just playing that?
Right.
They got pitch correction for vocals, like, I have to sing. And then I remember we were on Van's Warped Tour, and this was like the first time I'd ever seen it, is bands were using pitch correction live. So they'd run the vocals from stage through a computer, it'd auto-tune the vocals, and that's what you're hearing.
Like Peter Frampton.
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, let me simplify this. What's terrifying to me is that we were talking about the shooting of Renee Good in Minneapolis. I was like, man, it's interesting that everything is just a Rorschach test. I was like, before people even saw the video, they already knew where they landed on this issue. It was the people on the right are this, and the people that are on the left are this. And then doughboys like us just sit back like, I don't know, there's a lot to talk about here. You know what I mean? I think both sides are kind of like playing their part. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is what happens, and it requires a nuanced, like, extensive conversation that we might not ever get the solution to. But, other people are like within an hour are going like, it's pretty clear, what happened on this.
All I know is that you're wrong and you're wrong.
Yes.
The truth is somewhere in between you two.
Right. And that is terrifying to me, right? Because we're essentially living in a country with two countries inside it, trying to coexist. It's like a marriage. For some reason, like, they should have been divorced years ago, and by court order, they have to live in the same house. It's just like they're never, ever going to see each other's side. It's just never going to happen.
Yep.
Which is a profoundly sick and unhealthy way to run a society.
Totally.
Then, on top of that, now we got these fucking AI videos that people don't know they're AI videos, and we're throwing that on top. I'm working this morning thinking about it, going like, I got to buy more ammo.
I know, dude. It's been on my mind too.
Yeah.
We are living in a freaking tinderbox right now.
Yeah.
And the people with all the power don't seem interested at all in preventing a fire from breaking out. In fact, they just they're just playing with matches.
I love it. So we're doing a demo for one of our jobs right now, and I'm just running a jackhammer all day. And then you call me, and how's it going? It's good, man. Just like fucking on this jackhammer all day, like taking apart this stone wall. And I was like, it's kind of fun because like I'm pretending like, well, once you're in the gulag, like now I'm in the gulag, and you go like, Yeah, except they probably wouldn't let you have a jackhammer. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, it's even worse than I thought.
A regular hammer. Dude, you know what? When I was leaving there today, so this place is like a gigantic resort. And as you're driving through all the different winding roads in there, there's a speed limit.
Yeah.
The speed limit is 8 miles an hour.
8 miles an hour.
And Sammy Hagar, or not Sammy Hagar, is it Van Halen? I Can't Drive 55?
Yeah. That's Sammy Hagar.
That is Sammy Hagar? Okay, so that song came into my head, and I was just thinking how funny it is to sing, I can't drive 8. Because I couldn't. I kept going like 10 and 15. I was like, I can't drive 8.
We're working with our buddy Dave. He was doing a huge job at Marin, which is like one of the most wealthiest communities, I think, definitely in California, but in the country. And it's all super rich people.
Belvedere?
No, it wasn't there. That area.
Yeah.
And it's all billionaires and stuff. And Sammy Hagar lived on top of the hill. And he goes, yeah, the neighbor just hates Sammy. And I'd see Sammy driving by and I'd stop and talk to him because Dave's like a huge Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
And he got to be friends with him. And he goes, yeah, neighbor hated him. I'm like, why? Because he just said he drove too fast. I'm like, dude, it's fucking Sammy Hagar. You can't complain about how fast he's driving.
The dude can't drive, physically can't drive 55.
Not a fan of music.
Okay. Can't stay around cause the house is coming down. Moist everywhere, coming from below. The walls full of cracks, I can feel the wind blow. The beams are all rotten, every closet full of mold. I expect nothing good when the future will unfold.